Hello, so today we're talking about iVisa. Want to know what it is, what sort of service do they provide, and the whole process of obtaining visa and travel documents. How does it go? What do they help you with? What is the difference between using them and you yourself going to either the embassy or the consulate to get a travel document yourself? So we're going to look at those differences. First thing first, what is iVisa? What do they do? The name itself, iVisa, it tells you exactly what they do. They process the visa for you or a travel document to go anywhere in the world that you can think of. And if you go to the website, they actually give you a number of countries where they actually help you with. But trust me, it's a lot of countries that you can think of in this world. Right. So they process that for you. And obviously with a small fee, we're going to talk about the fee as well, how much is involved in using their service. Of course, it's easy. Like I said earlier, you walk into the embassy or a consulate to obtain a travel document for yourself. But those of you who travel quite a lot, you'd agree with me that there's a lot of hurdles that you go through if you have to do it yourself. Not only in terms of time that you spend, but also sometimes you're rejected because of the mistakes maybe that you make during the application process. It's just sometimes so complex. So just with a small fee, you might want to use iVisa because they ensure that the whole process is seamless and it's done quickly and also in a very, very faster and nicer way. So how does the whole process work if you have to use iVisa to obtain a travel document or a visa? What is involved? What are the steps that are involved? So in a normal situation, like I said, if you have to get a visa document or any other travel document, you have to go to an embassy of that particular country that you're traveling to or a consulate, and some countries would allow you to travel and get your document upon arrival, so it's you can see the whole process is kind of time consuming and stuff. So what iVisa does, it circumvents the whole process and it issues you the document right online on application. You see when I give you the timing of how things work for them. So they actually reduce the application process. And in fact, iVisa guarantees you that your application will be processed. They give you the timeline, the timing, obviously not specific, but if it's 2 to 3 days within that period, your visa is out, unless there is obviously some issues that you have to, take care of. So they give you that guarantee, but obviously with a small fee. We're going to talk about the fees and stuff like that. So what kind of document do they give you? It's called an e-visa. So what is an e-visa? An e-visa is a document. So it's a document that is digital. So it's either a digital visa or a digital travel document that is electronically linked to your passport. So carrying your passport, once they scan your passport, they can actually link the two together. So it's an official document that is issued by the country where you're traveling to. You can actually print it out if you want to. For some countries that would require you to have a hard copy document, but obviously some countries do allow you to use an electronic version that is issued by iVisa. But if you want it printed, you can actually print it on a blank A4 paper like this and travel with it. Right. So is this a real company, you might ask, or is it just another scam out there trying to rob people money? No. iVisa is actually a very legitimate company. Many people have used it. If you go to their website, you actually see tens of thousands of reviews. In fact, it is rated excellent by the Trustpilot. Trustpilot is one of the good company, a Danish company that rates businesses around the world. So there's a rating on their website of excellent, because they collect different reviews from people and find out how do people feel about, the reputation of the company itself from different people that have used, the company, and they compile that together, and that's rated as excellent. So check that out in the link that is below, in the information below. So they've been operating since 2013, and it is said that they've issued over 500,000 travel documents and visas for people traveling to different parts of the world. So it's not a company that is new. It's not a company that you can doubt. It's a reputable company, and it's a well-known company that helps people who are traveling. And you're going to see later on in this video different services that they provide, depending obviously on how much money you have. They can help you as quickly as you want, or you can tell them how long you want your document to be released to you. If you want it faster, they can do it for you. If you want it in a week or two, they can still do that for you. All right. So what are some of the other documents that they provide? They also issue health declaration certificates. Remember the time of COVID, when COVID certificates were needed, they also help you with that. And they also help you with invitation letters if you want to travel to a country, and some countries require that you are invited before you actually go to that country. They help you with that. And they also issue passport photos. Everything down online. You don't have to trouble yourself to go to place a photo store or something like that. They do that online. They take the photos online, and you can actually print them out if you want to. I know your next question. How long does it take to apply for a travel document? On average, 5 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes only to go to the website, fill in the application form on the website. So what do you start with? First thing is you select the country where you're going to. Going to Brazil, you type in Brazil, and you say what type of document you need. Are you going as a tourist? Do you want a working visa, or do you want whatever, student visa and stuff like that? And you click on apply now. So you fill in everything that you need, and then you pay right online. Pay using your Visa card or a MasterCard or a credit card or anything like that. Everything is done right online. And then once they approve you, they'll actually notify you by email. So there's a part where you have to put in your email, and then they'll notify you whether you are approved or not. And then you can download your iVisa. The whole process is obviously verified by them. In cases where maybe you've made mistakes with your application process, they'll actually tell you before they submit it for you, to say you need to rectify here and correct this and that before they send it to the embassy or the country that you're applying to. So they ensure that there's very few mistakes or no mistakes at all, and that's why the process is very fast. So this is how you go about it. First of all, you type in the place that you're traveling to. Let's say, for instance, you're going to the UK. So you type in UK and you type in the place where you're going. Let's say you're moving from the United Kingdom and you're going to Cambodia. So you type in Cambodia and you click on get started. After that, the first thing that you're going to see is actually the requirements. So they'll show you whether you need a COVID test, whether you need anything, any other extra documentation, very important documentation. If you need to quarantine, if you need a health insurance and stuff like that. And the next thing, you're going to see the price as you go down there, and they'll show you all the stuff that you need to do, and you just simply click on apply now. So there's extra information depending on the place that you're going to, and down there you're going to find countries actually that are eligible to apply to go to that place where you're going. So if you're not eligible, they'll actually tell you that you're not eligible to apply to go to that country. And then below there, you also see the required documentation that they need from you: your email address, your proof of where you reside, the passport size photos, which initially I said you can actually do it online. And this is what I spoke about earlier: 3 types of processes depending on how much money you have. You can actually do a standard process, which takes about 3 business days, and you can see the cost there. It only costs you $56 if you're going to Cambodia from the United Kingdom. So just to give you a rough idea, let's say the normal process to get a visa is 7 to 10 working days, which is about 2-3 weeks max. With iVisa, you can actually take about 5 days to obtain your document. So that's just a comparison of how much time you can actually save using iVisa. Yes, so that's how the whole process goes. Now, you might have a few questions. Can you track the application process? Yes, you can. Once you log into the system, you register, they'll give you the tracking number, they'll give you all the login details, so you can actually check up on what's going on with your application, and they'll update you with every stage. If they need any extra documents from you, they'll actually let you know. Can you apply it by yourself, or can you use them to do the application for you? Yes, you can. I mentioned earlier that some of the applicants might not be English speaking, so you might want to ask them to do the application for you, because maybe it's difficult for you to read the English and stuff like that. They can do it for you. But if you feel comfortable to do it yourself, you can go ahead and do that. Right. Let's say the application is rejected. Does iVisa give you back the money? Yes, they give you back the processing fee that you paid, but they don't give you back the money that you paid to the government office, which is a normal thing, obviously. Even when you go to apply for a passport to any office, once you pay, if you pay $50 to apply, if your application is rejected, they don't give you back that money. So iVisa gives you back what you paid to them to process the travel document, but they don't give you back because the money that you paid to the government, because that money goes to that country as office where you are applying to. Right, so that's all in all that you need to know about iVisa. So like I said, you can choose to use them, or you can choose to do it yourself. It's all up to you. Personally, I love them because they save me of time. I don't have to stand in a queue. I don't have to drive to and fro the office. Just the stress, applying for the document. It saves all that with just a few dollars that I need to pay. So if you want to save on time, if you want to do things quicker, get on iVisa website. All the documents are in the video below, the information on the video below. And tell me how it's going on your next trip that you want to go to. try to use them and give me the comments. Let me know how it's going, and positive or negative, don't feel bad to let me know. And I would like to get your feedback about it. Right.